Hi children, now we are going to start our next chapter, Work and Energy. Chapter 9, page number 86. Before studying work and energy, we have to understand what is force. A force is a push or a pull of an object. We often have to push an object if it is not working, or a glass of water towards someone. We push or we pull. Pull a dog, pull the door, or the glass that was pushed by one person and now pull it towards ourselves. So, what is this push and pull? This push and pull acting on an object is called force. The force can be very effective as it can move a still object. It can stop a moving object and can even change the shape of an object. Force can change the speed and direction of a moving object. If enough force is applied, it can also change the shape and size of an object. Now look at the picture. If you pull the spring, it stretches and the size increases. But if you compress it, the size decreases the same way. So, when you study or do your homework, children, you say you are working. But according to the language of science, that is not work. So now, let us find out what is work according to the language of science. When force is applied to an object and it moves to a distance, then we say that the work is done. When we go and open a door, we work. When we lift some load and move it to another place, then we do work. When we move the table, we do work. Carrying a bucket of water, pulling or pushing a cart, running, swimming, weightlifting, etc. are examples of work being done. Work is said to be done only when the applied force causes a change in the position of the objects in the direction of the applied force. So children, we apply force to do work. If we apply force to move an object, if the applied force does not move an object to a distance, it is said that the work is not done. A person pushing against a wall, a coolie holding a heavy luggage on his head standing at one place, two persons pulling a rope with equal amount of force towards each other, a man watching television. Work is not being done. Now, how to calculate the amount of work done? The amount of work done depends upon two factors: force applied on the object, displacement, that is, distance moved by the object in the direction of the force. So, work is equal to force into displacement. Now, let us understand energy, children. The ability or capacity to do work is called energy. Energy of a body is measured by the work we do. The food we eat gives us energy to do various activities. Energy of a body is measured by the work it can do. The greater the energy in a body, the greater is its ability to do work. Our body gets energy to work from the food rich in carbohydrates. For example, cereals, dry fruits, sugar, potato, milk products, etc. Energy exists in various forms in nature, like mechanical energy, heat energy, light energy, sound energy, electrical energy, etc. So now let's start with mechanical energy. Mechanical energy is found in every moving object. It is associated with the motion and position of the body. The energy possessed by a body in a state of rest or motion is called mechanical energy. Like machines use mechanical energy to do work. Our bodies also use mechanical energy for us to perform motions like writing, throwing ball. The motion of rotation of the earth and other heavenly bodies are also mechanical energy. So, in other words, an object possesses mechanical energy when it has the ability to do work due to its position or motion. So, now, children, mechanical energy is of two forms: kinetic energy and potential energy. Kinetic energy, it is the energy possessed by a moving body by its motion, like swinging pendulum, running water, a ball rolling on the ground, water stored at a height behind a dam in a reservoir, a ball thrown vertically upwards, a javelin thrown in the air, etc. have mechanical energy. If a moving body has more speed, it will have more kinetic energy. For example, if a batsman hits the ball with more force, it will go for boundaries. Now let us understand potential energy. The energy possessed by a body due to its position or change in shape is called potential energy. Potential energy is a stored energy that is required to do work. It is the energy inactive for the movement. For example, a stretched rubber band, a stretched bow, water in a dam, etc. possesses potential energy. Now look at the picture, children. When the arrow is stretched, it carries potential energy. But when the arrow is released, it changes into kinetic energy. Heat energy. Heat is actually a form of energy that is being transferred from a substance of higher temperature to a substance of lower temperature. Heat energy is very useful to all living things. In fact, no life is possible without light and heat energy from the sun. However, it is also obtained on burning of fuels such as coal, oil, wood, gas, etc. This energy is used for various purposes like cooking food, to warm ourselves in winter, and to make electricity. Heat energy is obtained on burning of coal. Can rotate turbine to produce electricity. Heat energy is also termed as thermal energy. Now children, let us understand light energy. Light is also a source of energy. We cannot feel it. We can only see it. Light comes from both natural and man-made sources. A natural source of light is the sun. All living things need light. Plants need light from the sun for photosynthesis. Animals need light to search for food. It helps us to see everything during the day and provides the energy for everything on the earth. Other natural sources of light are stars, firefly, etc. Some man-made sources of light are tube lights, bulbs, candles, etc. So children, now let us understand sound energy. Children, we have learned sound energy in the previous chapter. So sound is a form of energy. It is produced by the vibration of objects. It produces a sensation of hearing to our ears. The sound energy can travel through air, water, wood, metal, etc. In outer space, you can't hear anything because there is no air or any other matter. We call this a vacuum or space. So there is no medium that sound can use to travel. Now let us understand electrical energy. Electricity is a type of energy that can build up in one place or flow from one place to another. Electricity or electrical energy is most often generated at power stations and supplied to our homes. Electrical energy is used to run many appliances in our homes like fan, bulbs, mixer, refrigerator, television, computer, and several other types of machines. But you know, children, it is dangerous too. We shall be very careful while using it. If we remember the safety rules, we can use it without getting hurt. Like, keep electrical things far away from water. Always wear dry slippers before touching any electrical equipments. Now let us understand renewable and non-renewable energy. Now we will learn which sources of energy are called renewable and non-renewable sources of energy. Sources of energy which are easily replaced by nature and can be used forever. That is, they will not be finished over time, no matter how much we use them. For example, solar energy, biomass energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, hydropower energy. Wood, fruits, and vegetables are also renewable sources of energy. So now, non-renewable sources of energy, those energy which cannot be replaced by nature in a reasonable time period is called renewable sources, non-renewable sources of energy. For example, fossil fuels like coal, petrol, diesel, kerosene, natural gas, and underground water are non-renewable sources of energy. These are used by vehicles and thermal power plant to produce electricity. We are using it in alarming rate. If we continue in this rate, they will be finished, and to make them again it will take millions of years. They even pollute the environment. So children, I hope you understood this chapter, work and energy. Thank you and have a nice day, children.